Hello, this is Susan. Welcome to week 3 of Writing 95 and welcome to paper number 2, your narrative essay. The purpose of this video is to just give you a brief overview of what's in store. The narrative essay has guidelines, a set of guidelines. This is a handout that I've posted on Moodle also. So you can always look at this, take time to look at it. The overall purpose is to write a 2 to 3 page essay telling about a specific challenging event that you worked through or moved forward from. In terms of organization, the paragraphs are written in chronological or time order. So you will be telling your story, your personal story, about a challenging time, a specific event, what happened, how was it challenging, and how you moved forward from it, and what you learned from it. So as you tell your story, you will organize according to time order. Your first paragraph will set the scene and it draws in our interest. Let us know the general time frame. Did this happen when you were a child, when you were a teenager, when you were an adult? And then also, just generally the setting. Where is it that the event occurred? The body paragraphs are going to just unfold the event. Tell your story, tell how this happened. Make sure you keep it in chronological order. Don't skip around. Just have your story naturally unfold. And then your last paragraph will be giving us an ending reflection, your conclusion about your experience. What skills or strengths did you use to move forward from your challenge? What did you learn about yourself in the process? How did it impact your life? I want you to think of paper number 2, your narrative essay, as really being a way for you to show how you are resilient. What was your challenge? How did you move forward? And think about that in the framework of resiliency. Paper number 1, you summarized that mindset reading, and paper number 2, you're making it more personal. This paper is all about you, not Carol Dweck and her views, but your view. Each person as an adult goes through many challenging experiences and we somehow manage to move forward. So your narrative essay is your opportunity to pick one challenging moment and talk about how you move forward and what you learned from it. It's usually written in first person narrative form. I did this. I saw that. The paragraph breaks are developed with each shift to a new step, time frame, or setting in the sequence of events. A good example for you to look at and get a clear idea about how do you do paragraphing? When do you break for a paragraph? Would be the student sample narrative. I took a narrative paper from a past term from a student and I posted that onto Moodle. From now on, with the essays, I always like to show a peer example, an example from a student in a previous term, previous year in Writing 95. So you can look at that and see how he does his paragraph structure, and I think that'll help you. That'll give you a good idea. In terms of development, it will be really important to focus your event down to a specific time frame. Sometimes a narrative students want to tell a really long story about a series of events, and that would be a novel. And I'm sure you're ready to write a novel at some point in your life. I'm sure you would write an interesting novel, but for this particular paper, It's just 2 to 3 pages. So you want to narrow it down to a specific time frame. For example, my challenging time during the 16-week boot camp training. That topic is way too broad. 16 weeks, way too broad for a 2 to 3 page essay. So what you would do is take the whole boot camp training idea and ask yourself, okay, out of that whole boot camp training, what is one specific challenge or one specific event that I want to focus in on? So this narrative would be more effective if it was narrowed down to this: my challenging first day of 16-week boot camp training. And in fact, if this example sounds like, what? Boot camp training? Where did you get that from? Well, I got that from the wonderful student example. That is the exact topic of the sample paper that you'll be able to read posted on Moodle. So once again, I selected that particular paper because he did a good job of taking a 16-week experience and narrowing it down to one particular day. Uh, so that would be a good thing for you to look at. Also, in terms of development, develop your narrative with specific sensory details. You are going to use describing words that help paint a picture to the reader of what's going on. Specifically, what did it look like? Give some visual details. If this is appropriate for your topic, for your particular event, were there any tastes involved? Smells, sounds, feelings? It could be emotional feelings or physical feelings, sense of touch. So you will really develop with sensory details. Seek balance in what steps or details you choose to develop. Decide ahead of time about what is the most important part of your memorable event. That should be where you spend the most time in your paper developing all the specific details. For example, in an essay telling about your trip to the coast, don't spend a great amount of details going into the preparation steps or the car trip over there. This is a background leading up to the event. Spend most of your paragraphing slowing down and detailing what exactly happened at the coast that day. Be sure to use transition words to help make your chronological order clear. I have posted a handout specifically on typical transition words that are used in narrative essays. I don't want you to feel like you have to go down that list and use every transition word in your essay. That's not the purpose. It's just a handout to give you some examples of what you can do. And last point, a grammar tip for this paper: watch out for inconsistent verb tense. If your event happened in the past, keep your verbs in past tense. Don't switch to present or future tense. Don't switch back and forth. The only time you might switch to present tense is at the ending paragraph relating to what this event means to you now. This is an important consideration. This is a good grammar tip for narrative essay writing. And in fact, it is so important, I have given you a connect exercise on verb tense. Two exercises. One will be looking in the ebook, reading about inconsistent verb tense, how it happens, how to watch out for it. And then the second connect exercise will be working through some practice exercises. So that's an overview. Narrative essay is about you. You choose your own challenging event. You write a 2 to 3 page essay. By 2 to 3 page, I'm talking about in Connect and I will give you a specific word length when you get into your Connect assignment. So you will be doing pre-write in Connect, rough draft in Connect, and final draft in Connect Writing. Make sure that you aim for getting your rough draft in way earlier than your final draft. That gives me an opportunity to comment on your rough draft if you have any particular things you might need to change or revise. I can help you with that. I'll point out areas that you need to work on for your rough draft. That way, by the time you submit your final draft, I see the best version of your work, and you have every chance to get the most points out of your assignment. I'll also be sharing a rubric with you. That is a handout I'll be posting on Moodle, and that tells you what I'm grading on when I look at your final draft for this essay. So good luck. I hope you enjoy writing this narrative. Students usually find it's the favorite paper. And actually, as a writing teacher, it's one of the reasons I just love teaching Writing 95. I love reading narratives. I love hearing about you and your experiences. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. Good luck.